Kamala Harris voters, I'm going to make you feel good and understand what's really going on. So pay attention, my fellow liberals and leftists. Subscribe to me right now. You're going to love to hear this and understand that it is April 20th, 2025. You know what I don't see out in the streets here? I'm here in Chicago, and I'm sure you don't see in your streets? Martial law. Martial law means that there's a ton of military outside and vehicles and emergency. Now, yeah, it's the morning as I'm recording this, so could it happen at the end of the day? Sure. But all of these left naysayers who ran out and said, oh, it's going to be martial law and this could be a conspiracy and rumor conspiracy. And I call bullshit. It didn't happen. You know why it didn't happen? Because it would be to his disadvantage. Okay? I don't believe it's going to happen. Now, if it does, it does, but it's going to hurt him. Understand this. People who we had martial law during the pandemic, curfews and everything. And basically it means the military, National Guard are all over the cities. Everybody's watching out. And I got to tell you something. Understand something very clearly. That the panic mode that this man causes is designed. I told you there's a formula to this, and one of those pieces of the formula is psychology. Comes down to two things. All this crazy shit that he does is designed to either project strength or manipulate you, period. Nothing in between. Nothing in between. All the chaos is designed to either project strength or manipulate you from seeing anything. When you understand that, everything out of his mouth becomes different. The other thing I told you is that his playbook is losing the lower courts, go to the appeal courts, go to the Supreme Court, right? But his score is 3 and 50. Out of 50 rulings, 3. And then there are those of you who are freaking out over him ignoring the Supreme Court last week. Well, guess what that happened? What that caused? That caused him to get in trouble. Now he's going to have a 2-week investigation that they tried to appeal and stop at the DOJ, but they couldn't. Basically, he's going to be in contempt of court through this. You're not listening to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court kicked it down to the lower courts, and the lower courts, Paula Zanis said, oh, really? Back to me? Well, I guess what we're going to do is investigate your ass, and you're going to do what you're going to do. So she's investigating 4 different departments. She's coming at him. And we've told her, we said this is going to happen. I said this early last week. I said, hey, listen, the lower courts ain't nothing to mess with. They are nothing to mess with. There's 700 federal judges, and everybody ain't a trumper. They ain't a trumper. It's going to happen. But it got even worse for them. Took it one step further. And that's what happened. What happened was Boasberg came in. Boasberg came in and said, hey, you know what, that Alien Enemies Act? Yeah, dude, we're going to go and investigate you because we think you intentionally did not pay attention to what we're saying. And you, too, are going to be in contempt of court. So now you got the guy that he fears the most coming after him. And then the third group, it gets even better. Supreme Court came back, struck back on him. The ACLU was trying to tell every court in the land, but all of the other courts under there happened to be conservative at the time. Some of the lower courts are conservative. And they were like, there's nothing I can do. But finally, the Supreme Court stepped in and said something we can do. We can hold this whole Alien Enemies Act and suspend everything indefinitely. Because we think you're going to ship these Venezuelans in Texas out to El Salvador. We told you that you have the right to have the Alien Enemies Act. But you got to do habeas corpus, and we don't think you're doing due process of the law. We don't think you're going to try that. We think you're going to try us. So if you're going to try us, let's say for the record, you can't do that. You can't deport anybody else under Alien Enemies Act. You want to try that? You want to go there? You want to go there? And they already got two contempt of courts. Now, I know what all of you are saying at the end. Well, what are you going to do when they're in contempt of court? Federal judges are some of the baddest people in the land. What federal judges can do is get marshals or anybody else, any federal police, to go and serve warrants, arrest, and subpoena people. They got the power. They just don't want to do it. It's like, man, don't make us fuck you up. Don't make us do it. And they're doing it. And they're doing it. And they realize they got to go there. They want that. Some people want that smoke. Some of the judges like Boasberg and Zennis want that smoke. But the Supreme Court don't really want that smoke, but they know since they're not listening to them about Garcia, now they got all of these Venezuelans in Texas getting ready to deport them, they're in trouble. So what did I just say in 5 minutes? They're in trouble. What am I just saying to you? The most important thing right now. Calm down, then calm down. Don't freak out over it. What I'm also saying is I got these 2 groups. Get with my groups. Reach out, DM me, or go to darrenmonroe.com. I'm opening up the first group. I think the second group I'm trying to get together now, which is called Liberal Moneymakers. How do you make some money in the middle of the Trump era? Reach out to me if you already have. I've already sent you a message, and I should be hitting you back, okay? Unless you're on Instagram. Instagram, I'm a little bit behind, but I'm following up. All of you get a chance to come in. How much is it? Well, the little group, the group that's the clarity group, that's the one that's to make you feel really good and understand his formula, because there's a formula, a playbook, score, psychology, and challengers to his administration that you should understand very well, that I go in way more depth in than social media. And over there, we're talking about how do you know the analytics of what this man's doing, the assessment. We ain't talking about the latest news. We ain't running around like chickens with our heads cut off, but it's a very small group. It's a very small group because I'm not fucking with everybody. I ain't in the everybody business. Sorry. So that's like $9. It's only $10 a month. $10 a month to be headache free. Who should join? People who have benefits they're worried about losing. People who are stressing out over losing jobs for certain reasons. People who are trying to get the truth. If listen, if you're one of those people on some negative, everything's bad, he's the king, everything, don't come there. If you're one of those people who want to blame and point at Kamala for problems, don't come there. In fact, don't even be on this channel with that bullshit. But if you're one of those people who are trying to get something happening and really understand with clarity and confidence and be happy, that's what you join. The second one, the money makers, is going right to the point. It's about making money. It's about making money. Now, it's a serious commitment there. That's some more money. It's a monthly commitment to that, but I got a super deal, so super, I ain't even mentioned it on here. There's going to be a deal that you can get in at and be founding members of. What kind of money? Well, you making money online, just making videos just like I'm making. Notice I don't have big fancy edited videos. I have me and my bald head with the glasses sitting here talking to you, all right? And really being able to talk about something you don't even need certification for or education or be the most famous person or need tens of thousands of people. You just need basically some 4 core things. You need to be knowledgeable about it. Okay, maybe you have some experience or talent and skills in it. It needs to be a subject that people are excited and like, and it could be politics, but it could be something else. It could be anything. It could be things that you know about making money. It could be something about a hobby or something that people are going to react to and like, because you can make money. You can make money through the Creators Program. I'll show you the biggest creative program that I made thousands of dollars of. Trump and Elon have made me a fortune. Seriously, they made me a lot of money. Okay, just this year. Here's the other thing. I'll tell you how you can make your own independent money doing that. Not only through that, but through subscriptions and through offering something as simple as a little simple $7 video. And I swear to you, this is the simplest thing in the world I've taught for the last 12 years of my 20 years running my own business and 30 years being in marketing and branding. That's the stuff Moneymakers is about. How can you quickly build an audience on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube with simple videos like this and turn that into some money? If that's of interest to you, or both are interest, groups are interest of you, whether it be the liberal money makers or the liberal clarity group, DM me or reach out to me at darrenmonroe.com. It's going to be okay, guys. We're going to win this. We're going to win this because, quite frankly, he's losing badly. 3-50, man, out of 53 federal cases from Supreme Court to the lower courts. He has lost 50. His 50th with the Supreme Court stomping back saying, nope, we're going to delay this whole Alien Enemies Act because we think you're going to step over the line. If you listen this far, I know you're interested in something. So reach out, DM me, and reach out at darrenmonroe.com. Later.